everyone. How you guys doing? Is this good for the mic? Is this good? Good. Yeah. Put my setup here. So like she said, my name is also T Gucci. I do some music on the side, you know, on my hip. So a lot of people would say that Christian Gutierrez is a common name, and it kind of is. And one story I want to kind of talk about is when my mom one day, I was just sitting in my house, and out of nowhere I come back from school. This is high school, of course. And I was already known that there was a lot of Christian Gutierrez's there. So my mom just comes up and hits me across the head. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing? So she starts saying, what, you're not gonna tell me the truth? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Every time. So when she started actually, she's like, well, they called me, said Christian Gutierrez was doing this, and I was like, I don't know what to tell you. So once she actually started catching on that it was starting to be me, that's when she started actually forcing me to, like, coming up to the school and having me talk. So one of the things that I remember was my coach, Yancey Young, I know the boys back there remember him, he made me call my mom. And the whole time, I was just telling him, like, she's not gonna care, she's not gonna care. Every time that I was talking, he was there like, ugh, just spitting in my face, just telling me, oh, you're the worst, you're the worst. So then when I told my mom, I was like, what did you actually do? I was like, nothing, I don't know what you're talking about. Turns out later, like a few weeks later, I started telling her, it's like, I started feeling bad. So then I told her, I was like, you know what? It has been me, I'm sorry. So, you know, there's been more than one Christian, and I apologize that I've done this. She just looks at me and she started telling me everything else she knew that I was doing. So after then, I just started being honest about, you know, sorry, a little nervous actually, sorry about that. All right, one thing that a lot of my Reno people, they know me as Fat Chick. And I kind of want to do a little backstory on that. One day, I was hanging out at my home with my family, and all my friends come over, and I step out for 1 minute from my room, right? And I go out, get my food, get ready, and then we had two ways into our room. It was a bathroom and then our actual door. And I noticed they were locked. They were laughing in there, and I was like, what the fuck, like, what's going on? Then I started knocking hard and like, hey, this isn't funny, what's going on? They just kept quiet, stopped laughing. And then when I just started like, no, this is my room, why are you guys kicking me out? All I hear my cousin in the corner is like, no fat chicks. So ever since then, since I've been very weird, I just roll with it. I just roll with the name, you know, Fat Chick. And a lot of people actually think that it's funny, like they think that I'm getting made fun of. And I love it. And I love it because it made everyone, when I used to game a lot back in Xbox days, and people would hit me up on there going like, hey, are you a female? I'm like, what are you talking about? Your name's Fat Chick. I was like, no, I'm a guy. And they start like, oh, dude, you played really well. Like they're assuming that I'm just lying to them like a girl. So they was like, no, if you're hot, then you should go out. And I'm like, if you want, I'll send you a picture. He deleted me after that, so it's kind of funny. And you know, I actually want to focus a lot on mental health. I know it's not funny, but I think it's funny.
It's funny!
So, you know, I want to start by, since I have the whole fat chick joke, I wanted to say a little tiny dad joke to get me comfortable. What do you get? I mean, how do non-binary samurais kill their victims? They slash them.
What?
Yeah, it's a little slow kind of punchline, but I love it. Here, I'll do another one to get a little comfortable. What do you get when you put two apples together? A pear. See, and now that I'm getting a little bit more comfortable, I'll introduce this next one. And my brother is very much in the UFC. And I've been following ever since he had his one fight, which was amazing. Our father was there, rest in peace. And I love how he started trying to get me into it, like my physical health, trying to get into it, and I loved it. So I started wanting to go to the gym with him. He started showing me techniques where he was into boxing. He's a really good boxer.
Okay.
So, I'm learning a lot from his combos and whatnot. So when he actually started taking me to go with this training camp, I was like, all right, they're in warehouses, so it's like, I can't be scared. I started realizing that Mexicans are the best boxers out there,
What about Floyd Mayweather?
And hey, that's true. I noticed I wanted to take him serious, so I started looking around my research and seeing what warehouses actually have him. He took me down, and when I actually went inside, I was thrown off because they were boxing everything. The tomatoes, the oranges, the potatoes, and I finally proved that statistics are right. Mexicans are the best boxers. And it's actually something funny because I mentioned it earlier to the homeboys over here that since I'm weird, I tend to let my minority show. And the biggest thing I just noticed was when I was helping set up, I asked for a rag to clean up all the tables and stuff, and I'm looking down, I'm like, you know what, my minority is showing. Like I need to relax. Like, here, I gotta relax. I can't be always helping. More on. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. It's funny how I kept trying to get in touch with Two Keys, and I love the communication that we've been having, which is beautiful. And it's nothing to her. I know she's busy, but I was starting to feel discouraged because every time I wouldn't be able to get on the show. And yeah, I know there's things that happen, so it kind of started making me laugh in a way. I was like, hell yeah, I'm not funny. So then I was like, you know what? I'll let it slide. I'll let it keep going. I was like, but once she said 420, I was like, yeah. I finally got my first show, and then I started thinking when I'm writing my set, I'm like, wait, 420, am I not funny? Is the reason why, because, everyone's gonna be high, but it was more of, thinking about it as a joke, but it was kind of funny when it finally popped out that, I was actually doing it. My first two open mics were pretty scratchy, if you say, and I'm not gonna, I was going through something on my second one, so I stepped away for 2 weeks, but no pun intended, I'm back on stage, and I just like I said, I've been wanting to focus on mental health, because I'm not diagnosed, but I know I have ADHD, because I'm always going all over the place, and this is the biggest thing why I'm nervous, because I can't focus on certain things, but that's one thing that, I want to kind of joke about. Every time we get high, it's kind of funny that we want to blame the weed, that, that we forget to do things. And the funniest part is, the funniest part is the reason why I actually came on stage was they hired me for an intervention. I had the people actually come to the cameras, and I'm actually have your parents come in and see how you guys are doing. And, no, I'm just joking. That's part of the set, but just to keep things going. I had to make sure that I wasn't too high, and it's kind of ironic that I wasn't too high for a 420 show, because it was just like I was sitting there like and I feel like the DJ could have made some beat off the so I could have been making a profit off that. So I kind of love that thank you to Dre and Jesus for filming this set.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus. And I am gonna be more on stage. I'm gonna fine tune all this stuff, but I do want to leave with one little because I do poetry as well, so I wanted to throw this in. Let me see. Roses are red, buds are green. Roll that shit up before I make a scene. Oh, Mary Jane, I will hit that again. Last time that happened, my hand started cramping. Doesn't make sense to lose on these flowers. Spark that shit up and let's smoke for hours. Happy 420, everyone.